And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum, that's Kyle. Kyle, how are we doing
I
tomorrow?
finally watched the trailer.
Shut up. That's an Us reference. No one's going to get that. Explain.
How? Wait, say again.
I said that's an Us reference. No one's going to get that.
What I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. The trailer came out yesterday. I didn't watch it till about a minute ago.
Yeah. We waited to start filming, and then was about to start filming, and he was like, "Oh wait, I didn't even watch trailer yet."
Yeah, I had it up on my screen and I just didn't watch it.
Yeah. A lot of the trailers Kyle watches are actually right before we fucking start filming.
Yeah. Well, you get a better reaction then, don't you? You get first impression. You have time to think. I just get first reaction like, wow.
Right. Well, since you've just watched it, what do you think of the trailer?
I liked it. Yeah. I obviously I'm a bit saddened that it's not John Krasinski directing. This his baby, but it looks like it's in good hands from the trailer. You know, the cast looks pretty good. The way that the movie differentiates itself is like it's the third film, but it's not like the climax. But there's so much stuff in it that looks like the climax. You know, there's loads of the alien things. So that's pretty cool. And we get like a nice new, I love how directly involved it is still with the films. It doesn't feel disconnected in any way. It literally just feels
that was
very connected.
Damon Honsu, wasn't it? At the end of the trailer, and he was, if I'm remembering correctly,
he's in the second one.
He's in the second one.
Part 2. So I think for me, just it looks like it's going to be set more in like of a city, an urban environment, which is new, which I'm down for. I'm a big fan of say what you will, the movie does have flaws with the camera work, but I love Cloverfield. I just love the setting of it. You know, it's just I don't know.
Kyle, 1 minute.
Yeah.
I know you know it's a found footage film. I know you know that, but a part of me in my head just thought, wait, does he not know it's a found footage film and he thinks someone's just recorded it on a camcorder?
I don't get what you mean.
Cloverfield.
Yeah, I know it's like a found footage type film. Yeah, obviously.
I know you know that, but it just ran through my head and I was like, does he not
No, I mean in the setting of it, with the urban environment.
I got Cloverfield vibes from this as well, though.
Yeah, just with like the bridge collapsing and stuff like that. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing, just a little bit of the original cast, like, to at the end to set up the third film a little bit.
Well,
like
do you know what?
scene or something.
It's funny you mentioned that Cloverfield thing, because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this A Quiet Place was originally connected to Cloverfield. It was going to be, one of them Cloverfield spin-offs, which is like 10 Cloverfield Lane. Obviously, we've got that other one, Cloverfield Paradox, that people are...
Oh, that shit.
A big fan of. Horrible. I haven't seen it, but I also remember that... What is that World War II zombie film with Wyatt Russell in?
Warlord or something like that.
Something like that.
Overlord.
That's fucking ace. I really like that film. And
that is a very gory film.
That was going to be a Cloverfield film as well, in some weird way. Because they were trying to build this weird multiverse, and A Quiet Place was going to be part of that. And I think John Krasinski kind of pushed for it not to be part of that. And I'm glad he didn't, because we've got this nice, separate, original world. But what I thought of this trailer is, I love watching, when you've been in the world for a little bit longer and then you start seeing the day one destruction. What was it like at the beginning? One of my favourite parts of The Walking Dead is the first season of Fear the Walking Dead. Because that's right at the beginning of the outbreak, and it's like, oh shit, this is actually what was happening. It's right at the beginning. So I love it when we get to go back. And obviously, Lupita Nyong'o looks great in this. I'm assuming her character's deaf. It seems that way from the trailers. Now, I could be wrong.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading the article. It says it was thought about early on. It was the plan.
What, to have
I
it part of the
mean,
Cloverfield universe?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be connected to it, but I mean, it just yeah, I'm fine with it not being connected to it, but just because of how they ended that. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get another Cloverfield movie now, just because of the last one. I've not heard anything, to be honest. I don't know if you have, but yeah, I'm so down for this. It looks like a well, you know, I'm just excited.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like nice action in it, but it's not gonna be like stupid action. It looks like a well polished version of that movie that came out on Amazon, the one with Chris Pratt in, and he travels to the future to fight off the aliens and stuff. Like it looks
Oh,
like that. I've forgotten the
yeah,
film's name.
I did quite enjoy that. Uh, I can't remember the name of the film either, but I did quite enjoy that.
Yeah, it was good. Sorry, my mic just went out. But yeah, I enjoyed that film. It was a bit more actiony, but this seems like it's going to be a bit more about survival, and I'm up for that. I love survival-esque films, and it doesn't. Do you know what? It doesn't look like it's going to be slow. It looks like it's just going to jump straight into it, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks great. Can't wait to see it. Hope it's good, and yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it looks great right now, and what we've got to go by what we've got, and the Quiet Place franchise hasn't let us down yet. I'm a strong believer of. I think the second Quiet Place is just as good as the first, and that's all you need in a sequel. Sometimes it doesn't need to be better, but if you can make it just as good, that is just as good as it being better. It's weird. It's weird how I'm thinking about it, but people who get me won't get me. But, Kyle, let's go on to something now. We can now say it's official. People were talking about this yesterday. Pedro Pascal is now officially Reed Richards in the MCU. This was coming from SAG originally. They were doing a piece on Pedro Pascal, like his career, saying he's just finished shooting the Gladiator film for Ridley Scott, Gladiator 2, and now his next project he moves on to is Fantastic Four. So SAG kind of ruined that yesterday, but we can, but for people saying this is as close as we're going to get to an official confirmation. Matt Shackman, the director, posted this on Twitter. No, not Twitter. Somewhere where you can put up stories, a social media platform.
One of those social. Yeah. There's too many.
A social media platform I don't use. He's posted up the articles and the pictures people put out, like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, and I'm pretty sure he put it out with a thumbs up. So yeah, it's now official. We can finally put this to bed. Are you happy?
I mean, I'm never opposed to having a bit more Pedro. I feel like I'm not like Pedro'd out. I just want more Pedro, and I've seen a lot of things lately with Pedro where Pedro is starring.
Are you just seeing how many times you can fucking say Pedro? I know when you're playing, mate.
No, but I'm currently watching Game of Thrones. I've just watched Hard Home, by the way. And obviously Pedro was in that only for a little bit, and he spoilers, he gets killed off in a pretty brutal way.
Now, clarify to people, because some people get mad at you. He wasn't in Hard Home, was he? He was in Game of Thrones.
No, yeah. He was in Game of Thrones, yeah. And it was pretty good. He was pretty good in that, and I thought, I quite like this actor. He seems kind of, he's got something about him that I like. It's a bit of a charm. And then obviously he was, what was the next role that we saw him in then? It was, I don't know if it was Mandalorian.
He's done loads. He's I think
I think it was Mandalorian.
Narcos.
I ain't seen the season that he stars in Narcos. Actually, no, he's
in the first.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the
he
first.
is. I'm just thinking because I think in the later seasons, I think it focuses on his character more. But I thought, okay, cool. And then I seen him obviously in Mandalorian, and then I saw him. I still need to rewatch the film because I for some reason I just didn't watch it because I thought, oh, this is a bad film. It's just a stupid film. But I was like playing on my Steam Deck at the time, and it was just on TV, and I wasn't really focusing. But I was just like looking at TV, and like, fuck me, this is actually a pretty funny film. So it was
Yeah,
the
immeasurable weight of massive talent. Was that?
yeah with
Yep.
Nicolas Cage,
Yeah.
and I just remember seeing them two on screen, and I was like, oh, it's Pedro, pretty cool, but
I thought that film was pretty funny.
he's pretty funny in that. And then obviously we had him as Joel in The Last of Us.
Which I'd say is his defining role. As much as I love him as the Mandalorian, it is his defining role. And it's going to be hard when it's, you know, he's going to have to be really good as Reed Richards for people to see him not as Joel from The Last of Us. But if anyone can do it, it's Pedro.
But yeah, I'm happy with this casting. I feel for the guys that were hoping it was John Krasinski, but just be happy that we had a little taste of it. You know, at least he popped up. At least he's technically canon to the
And
MCU.
I don't think it's the last time we'll see him.
Maybe not. We'll see. You know.
And another thing I want to say is I would have been 100% happy with John Krasinski. Leaving Multiverse of Madness. You were right on this. I was saying to you when we was leaving, I was like, that's it now. It's confirmed. John Krasinski is Reed Richards. And you were like, I don't know. You know, one of the rare times in Kyle's life he's right.
But looking back at that now, I think I don't know why I didn't agree with you, because if you look at it, it's like all the characters that were, you know, in the Illuminati in that film were all, you know, already established as these characters kind of thing. So it'd be weird for them to do John Krasinski as Fantastic Four in that universe and then have him as someone else in the MCU universe. You know what I mean? Just to line it up a bit, but they're going the different route. They're going the route in which it's like how they did with the Spider-Man, where it's Tobey's Spider-Man in this universe, but Tom is
Yeah.
you know, the Spider-Man in the MCU, and Andrew as well. He gets his own universe, so it's all different. But hey, it's multiverse. I don't care. It's it's just more great talent, and we had a nice bit of John Krasinski.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because if we had to go actor for actor, Pascal's a better actor than Krasinski, and I love John Krasinski. I love John Krasinski, and you know, I love John Krasinski.
Ooh, that's some big words. But
No, it's not though, because right now this man might be one of the best actors on the planet.
I'll say this though, the one thing that I'm a little bit worried about for the future is this now cuts off John Krasinski being as any other character. So if he was to pop up as someone else in the MCU as a different hero, I feel like my camera's really high up. If he were to pop up as someone else in the MCU, this now is a bit of a grey area.
Now,
it's like, are they gonna cast him as this character even though he's already
I would just love him to stay as a multiversal version of Reed that pops up every now and then as like maybe part of the council of Reeds, because John Krasinski has already stated he cannot make that commitment to these films. Right now, yeah, he's an actor, but first of all, to him right now, he's a director. I think that's what's more important to him. And I think when we go through John Krasinski's career by the end of it, I think he will be more known as a director, because he's 2 for 2 right now, and he's got If coming out this year, Imaginary Friends, which is something completely different. And if he can do that, something that completely different and flips the script on it, he's like becoming a Spielberg. Because, you know, I love Chad Stahelski, who does the John Wick films, but I want to see him do films like that. John Krasinski, if he can make A Quiet Place and then make this If, Imaginary Friends for like children, you know, this he's getting to like Spielberg level talent. You know, I'm not saying he's as good as Spielberg, but Spielberg does everything. If you become a director who can do everything, you truly are a great director. We've kind of gone on a Krasinski rant here, but yeah, Pedro Pascal is great. He's going to make a great Reed Richards. I'm just quite shocked we actually You know, I don't think this was supposed to come out because I think they wanted to announce the Fantastic Four cast all as one.
Yeah, but
this has been the most heavily rumoured thing for the longest time now.
and you got to look at it in this way of, you know, it's if they can do that, yeah, but right now they've not got a lot in the pipeline that they can announce, from what I know. So it's like
well, wait till you get later down in these stories, my friend. Have I got stuff for us?
Oh no,
that was a peek into the future.
Well, the little thing that you put up on screen.
It's just dates, mate, and I tell you what, we'll go through some of them right now. So John Krasinski, Pedro Pascal, great casting. He's a great actor, and that if we get some, you know, people will be saying he's not right for the role. He's Chilean. He's not white. Look, I'll just tell you what I'd tell you in the comments, so I don't have to reply to this. I don't care. He's a good actor. I don't care. That's as simple as that. I don't care.
It's not a case of where the you know, even like there's nothing to do with the character, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's like the best way I can describe it is like when Stan Lee created Spider-Man, he did it in the sense of like he made sure the suit was covered head to toe because he wanted everyone to see themselves in that character, because you know, Peter Parker, he's not, his ethnicity is not tied to his character like at all. He is just you know, he designed the character to be relatable to like, you know, people of the age of the character Peter Parker. So that's the way I see it. It's just it's relatability, but in this case, it's like you've got a great actor, but you've got a big role. Let's make some money.
But you couldn't see yourself as Spider-Man because your head is massive, and you would know if your head was in that mask.
I couldn't see you as Spider-Man, to be honest, because I'd smell you.
Shut up, Kyle. You smell like depression and quavers.
Do you know what? I had quavers in years, mate.
I want some quavers now, actually.
I'm more of a Cheeto guy.
Cheeto? Get over yourself, mate. Star Wars. We got a Star Wars coming. We got 2 Star Wars coming in the year of our Lord and Saviour, 2026. Get over there, you cunt. Right. It's just me looking at stuff. Right, let me find these dates. So
you just trying to select my face then with the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the other way.
Right into that one, mate. So we have got 2 Star Wars. God, I'm dying. This is it. This is the end. I'm sorry, everyone. It's been
made it to 100. We're out.
Yeah, we're actually on 1, 2, 3, so that's pretty cool. That's what I was talking about yesterday, by the way. Anyway, oh god, I'm dead. This is it. Right.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Anyway, listen to me, right? Because I've got to try and decipher these American dates. Right, so our first Star Wars film since 2019 is coming out on the 22nd of May 2026. And we've got another Star Wars film coming on the 18th of December 2026. Now, I think we know what films these are going to be. But we know, you know, we've been told that The Mandalorian is the next Marvel film out. Not next Marvel film, the next Star Wars.
I was about to say, what the fuck are you on about?
The next Star Wars film out is The Mandalorian and Grogu. So I believe that The Mandalorian...
Long name, but great, still.
I think that'll probably change. Yeah, so I think we can expect the Mandalorian and Grogu on the 22nd of May 2026.
And what's the one after that?
The one after that is the 18th of December, 2026.
Yeah, but what's that?
I think that's going to be Rey.
Mm.
Yeah.
I know we said it was we were talking about it and it's potentially cancelled now, but I still don't think
that's
it's
it.
happening.
I don't want to. I really don't like talking about the Rey film because it's just fucking. It just yeah, it fucking riles people up. We get a load of shit for talking about it because it's like we're like, you know, I want to see Rey as a character succeed. I'd like to see her have some character. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is, I want to see the character done good. What's wrong with wanting something to be good? And then if it turns out to be shite, that's all right. But let's talk about what we like. The Mandalorian, 2026. You know, back to the theatre for Star Wars, and if I'm correct, oh my god, yep, that comes out the same month. So, May 2026 is a big year. Because Avengers Kang Dynasty comes out like 3 weeks before The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's pretty cool. That's a good month if these turn out to be good films. But yeah, are you what was I going to ask you? Are you ready to go back to the cinema for Star Wars?
Yeah, I am. Just not for anything that's stupid. This is something that I'm interested in, and I love the character of Mando and Grogu, and you know, it's a character I'm very invested in, and yeah, this the final season we got, well, not the final, but the third season wasn't the strongest. But that being said,
I think
it's
we can
great
say
to
the
see.
final season now because I don't think they are doing season 4 now.
Oh well, in that case, then this will just be like a nice outing, and I hope they do it well. I hope they do it justice, and we'll have just a nice little Mando mini. You know, I know it's in the Star Wars universe. I said this before. It's in the Star Wars universe. Yes, I know, but I'm saying it's like a little mini Mando universe where you see, Mando going through Star Wars kind of thing, and I don't mind that.
I'll get in my N1 Starfighter and I'm gonna go through universe. Mush.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, indeed. No, I'm like I say, I'm ready to go back to the cinema for some Star Wars as well.
I hope that this is me dreaming here, but I hope this pushes for maybe a game to come out, because I'd love a Mandalorian game. I don't think anyone would mind having a Mandalorian game. It's like, I know that Star Wars Outlaws is coming out, and I can't lie, that looks pretty good. But imagine if that was Mando instead of this other character.
You play as a woman.
Yeah, but I don't know the character.
You're telling what? Have you got woke mind virus?
No.
Yep.
Am I stupid? No.
Back to a slum. Yeah. Yeah. Bring on more Star Wars. We're just gonna continue on to the next one with some more dates. Marvel dates now. Now, Bob Iger, he has been doing interviews. He has been talking about, he's said this before about them slowing down with Marvel, and he has also just said now that they are going to focus on the most successful franchises. And it's like, all right, Bob, all of your franchises would be successful if you, put the time and effort into it and didn't just She-Hulk something out there. But we got some Marvel dates. This is just like going over and just reiterating things. So one thing I want to add, in fact, a couple of things I want to add. I've got a few here. Mush. So this year, obviously, we've got we've got untitled Deadpool movie. Coming from Marvel. And then on the 14th of February, so we are nearly a year out now from Captain America Brave New World. That's next year. We've got Brave New World. And then on the 2nd of May, we've got Fantastic Four next year. On the 25th of July, we've got Thunderbolts.
Bro, what was that face? It was just like...
I was just counting months in my head.
So, on the 21st of May...
I was counting months in my head, I was counting. And on... It's so weird with the American dates backwards. Why do you do it that way? God, I hate you. The 7th of the 11th, so the 7th of November, we're getting Blade. And they're going into 2026 on the 13th of the 2nd, so that's February. We've got Untitled Marvel movie, which I think might be Armor Wars, if I had to guess. And this is their updated slate, Kyle. Kang Dynasty got removed in it as a title, and it just went to Avengers 5. On the 1st of May, 2026, Avengers Kang Dynasty. So it is officially Kang Dynasty again. So that's some great news. And then after Kang Dynasty...
It's not great news in the sense... I think that's very mixed because I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of Kang anyways. You know, just the way that they've handled him.
They've, obviously been going over and everything. And like I said to you, I think they probably started the Infinity Saga with a great endpoint. And there's just struggled to fill the gaps in between. And it's yeah, we're going to have this. You got to get there first, though. And like we say all the time, you've got to learn it. Multiverse Saga. Yeah, that's the one.
Because you said Infinity.
No, I didn't.
No, you did.
Play it back. I didn't.
You did.
I'll stand by that. I never said that. On the 24th of July, 2026, we got an Untitled Marvel project. And then on the 6th of November, we've got another Untitled Marvel project. So, a few Marvel projects coming out in 2026. And then it goes down to 2027. We've got 7th of May for Avengers Secret Wars. And we've got an Untitled Star Wars film, by the way, in 2027. Just saying that there now. But we're not talking about Star Wars now. We're talking about Marvel. So, they're slowing down. They've still got quite a few films on there, on that release schedule. A couple of untitled, like Untitled Deadpool sequel, which I think is still the perfect name for Deadpool 3. Imagine if that were the title reveal.
I think, yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Just looking at that. I feel like I'm shrinking now.
Yeah, you fat piece of shit.
Would have got a bit closer.
Lose some weight, you pudgy fuck.
No.
Okay. So, yeah. We've already starting to see this slowdown. This is the hit the brakes year. This is we need to get this right. Everything that's not working, flip it on its head, and we're going to do it right. So they've just started production on Daredevil Born Again. And yeah, that's looking to shape up pretty nicely. Obviously, I don't know much about Brave New World. They're planning on going back and shooting that in the summer, I think. But I've said this for a long time. We're not going to see the effects of this slowdown until next year now. So I think people just need to have a little bit more faith. And I get people who don't have the faith right now, 100%. Because to me, Marvel's been, it's not been its best, but we've had some great and we've had some bad projects. Other people are really let down, and I don't blame anyone who doesn't have the faith to hold on and don't trust them. Because it's why would you have faith? It's show me some faith. For me, it's looking at the past, and things are starting to look like the past now because all the people who was involved back then are involved now, and setting the ship on the right course. So obviously the slowdown's in effect. Do you think after we've had all these projects out the way and stuff like that,
Out the way.
Out, you know. You need to stop commenting on how I'm fucking speaking, right? And start commenting on your fucking galaxy behind you. Because nobody likes it.
No way.
Listen, what do you think we're going to go back to 2 Marvel films a year after Secret Wars, or 1 Marvel film a year? Because there is only 1 film for 2027, and that is Secret Wars.
Probably 2.
2.
Yeah.
I like the 2 a year. If you spread them out nice enough as well, it works. It was getting a bit crazy, wasn't it? I think 2017 was the first year with 3. And was like, whoa, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man and Thor Ragnarok. But the only problem is, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was like, alright, yeah, it wasn't as good as the first one. Homecoming, great film. Thor Ragnarok, great film. And then it only got reinforced the year after. Black Panther, great film, great villain. Infinity War, great film, great villain. Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah, it was fun. And then 2019, same again, 3 movies. Captain Marvel, fun film. I enjoy it. I think it's better than the Marvels. Endgame, which some people would consider the best comic book film of all time. I won't, but some people would. And then Spider-Man, Far From Home, which is a nice, fun Spider-Man film as well. So they've been, it got reaffirmed for 3 years straight. It's like, oh, keep making more and it's going to get better and better. But no, they're slowing down, which is good. We've said it many times before. Bob Iger's said it before. So, yeah. But I think they're only focusing on, important franchises. The ones that have done well. If that was your attitude back when Guardians of the Galaxy were coming out, the first one, you wouldn't have got Guardians of the Galaxy. I still think Marvel needs to take risks in some areas. And right now they're not in a position to take risks. I get that. They need to build themselves back up. But what do you see them... So let's say the reboot after Secret Wars. What do you see the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the new MCU, the NMCU, what do you see the first film in that universe being?
Ooh. Wow. I don't know.
There's only 2 possible answers. Well, no, there's loads of possible answers. It could be a reboot of Captain America. But there's only 2 likely candidates, and that is a Fantastic Four sequel to adjust us to this new universe that they're in, which I think is probably most likely, or X-Men. Or, if they do 2 films that year, we get a Fantastic Four and an X-Men.
I mean, I feel like they really want to go back to that Iron Man IP just because it's so successful. And now that they can't really use that Iron Man IP in the MCU, I feel like that'll be one of the very early projects that they do. Is like, yeah, it sucks that we're, not sucks, but it's like, oh, people will be like, oh, he's not my Iron Man or whatever. It's like we've only ever had one Iron Man, and I get that people get connected with the character, but look at Batman, look at Spider-Man, look at all these other Superman and all these other characters, and they've had multiple different castings.
Here's one for you. Do you think people will be more butthurt over an Iron Man recast or a Hugh Jackman as Wolverine recast? What do you think is going to hurt people more?
Probably the Hugh Jackman one, but I don't see why it should hurt, with anything. I don't think it should. It's just silly to think that.
Like, they're lucky that they're getting him now at the age he's at.
Yeah, the thing with Hugh Jackman, I can sympathise a little bit, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. But at the same time, just we need to move on. At the end of the day, he's had an excellent run, and he's clearly going out with a bit of a bang. So, just let him rest the character and let someone else take the mantle. There's nothing wrong with that. as I said, I do sympathise with him because he has been the character for years now.
Well-
Like, I'm pretty sure he's one of the few people that have stayed as the character for so long.
Well, if Robert Downey Jr. comes back in Secret Wars, I think, but then again, if Hugh Jackman comes back in Secret Wars as well, he can't blow that record out the water because he started before him. And if he comes back at the same time, it's, yeah. What was I going to say? It can't be that important if I can't remember. Yeah, this is what I was going to say. With a reboot of the X-Men anyway, I really, because Wolverine isn't, he is a member of the X-Men, and he's hard to put. I don't think they're going to have Wolverine at all in the new X-Men at first. I think they're going to establish the X-Men, and then by the time the third film comes around, they can do that thing with Free Claws again. And say, we've got a new Wolverine. And guess what? Here he is, coming out in his wheelchair. Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Let's end it there today because I have been up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it didn't snow, did it, this morning?
No, I was so fucking pissed off when I woke up. I felt like blowing my own brains out.
I would have just gone back to sleep for an hour.
I did.
Oh, well, shut up then.
Still woke up. Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like, subscribe, punch Kyle in the face if you see him in the street, share with your mother, all that fun stuff. And yeah, anything you want to add, Kyle, before we go? No?
No.
All right. Oh, perfect timing. So yeah, see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. We might not do a video tomorrow because we don't want to, but the Super Bowl trailer.
I thought there was going to be something like, I thought you were going to say something like, oh, because we might be dealing with or busy with something or whatever. It's like, we don't want to.
If there's something big to talk about, we'll do it.
It's just because we're counteracting. Well, we're taking into account the Super Bowl on the weekend,
and we're gonna be getting up early to do a video for the Deadpool 3 trailer at least.
You're gonna fucking kill me, but okay.
Yep. Oh well.
It might be. By the way, I don't think my setup. I don't think I'll be able to do my setup early in the morning, so I might have to do a ragtag version of it. I'll just say I'm in a hotel. No one will know.
Do it in your garden.
Okay.
Yeah. Data.
All right. Okay. We'll tell you what. If this, what? All right. I like goal. I will go out in the freezing cold.
No one gets this far in the video, mate. So there's no point. No.
You never.
No
know.
one. If you're still here right now, comment pajama monster.
Yeah, comment pajama monster, and I will get up at fucking God knows what. Go out in the garden. The camera will see me as well. I'll just be stood there in my nightgown with the hood up, just like.
I think you should just do it in straight.
I'm not going out in the street. I'll go in my garden though.
All right. Right. Thanks for watching,
If
guys.
it's dark, I'm not going though. I'm scared at dark.
Okay. Shut up. Thanks for watching. See you later. Subscribe and punch Kyle in the face.